Hello everybody, this is Courtney and welcome back to another speed build, and today we are doing a Cape Cod inspired home. I did find a photo online that inspired me. It was just a picture of the front of the house, and so I kind of modeled this after that. I did have to look up some tutorials on how to do the roofing with the second floor in the roof like this. So big shout out to Kate Emerald, and yeah, I will link her tutorial down in the description just so in case you guys are interested, because it did go by kind of fast, but she talks you through step by step what you have to do. But yeah, and so on the back here I was just kind of messing with it myself, trying to figure out what I wanted to do, because if I originally wanted it to be like a mirror of the front, but it would have ended up being a much bigger house than I wanted it to be, so that's why I just decided to do it's just flat on the back, besides that little, you know, just the little like back door entrance area whatever. So but yeah, I really like how this one turned out. It's the first like Cape Cod inspired home I've ever done, so you know, I mean, there's things I obviously could have done better, but for my first try, you know, I think it turned out pretty well. So yeah, it was a lot of fiddling around, a lot of footage I had to cut out because it just wasn't working for the longest time, but as you can see, I did figure it out in the end, so it all worked out pretty well. And this house was built for a specific sim in mind. I built this for one of my socialism challenge sims. She was in the music career, or the entertainer career as a musician. And so you'll see when I was placing objects and stuff, I just kind of based it around her. It's not a starter home by any means. It's like over 45,000 simoleons, so definitely not a starter home. It does have 2 bedrooms, and what I decorated for the second bedroom is kind of like a doggy room, because she does have a dog. So, but you know, if you decide to download this, it is available on the gallery. You can search my username crazycordy or the hashtag crazycordy, whichever way. There's also a direct link in the description if it's easier for you to download it that way. But if you do download it, you can always change the second room into an actual bedroom, so you know, you can have more than just one sim or a couple living here. You can have a family with at least one child. So yeah, here we're working on the floor plan. It was done pretty quick there, but yeah, so I knew I wanted the back door to be like by the kitchen, and so I just kind of based it all around there. And so here we're adding the fireplace that I added after I was done with the whole exterior. But as you'll see in just a second, I had a lot of issues trying to get the TV to look like it was mounted on the fireplace, because it seems natural to me, especially in a space that small. There really wasn't another place to put the TV. But yeah, just adjusting the windows. I do that quite a few times in here, but I guess we're not working on the living room first. We're doing the kitchen first. I should have remembered that. I always do the kitchen first. Kitchen or the bathroom, that's what I do first. But yeah, so like I said, I did build this for a specific sim in mind, and so you'll see some, like, I placed like dog treats and dog bowls and whatever. I mean, you can have a cat here too, but there's no like cat tree or scratching posts or anything like that, so you'd have to add that in if you wanted to play with a cat in this family. But this little area here underneath the window, I thought it would be cool to have like a shelf there or a table or something, and I was trying to put one of those like accent tables under there, and they just ended up being an awkward size, and so that's why I ended up just doing a shelf there. And I put 2 dog bowls down, you know, kind of pretending one of them would be like a water bowl, but I do change those out later to put an automatic feeder down, and an indoor trash can, and I do play test it. I didn't do that on camera, but the build that is updated or uploaded to the gallery was play tested, because the way it's placed in here and in the screenshots, it wasn't actually usable. The sim wouldn't, I can't remember, I think she filled the dog bowl, but she wouldn't be able to put stuff in the trash, so I think I did move that. Like, I know I at least fixed the bowl. I'm not sure about the trash, but it should be mostly usable. You could always move the trash can or just use the one outside. It doesn't really matter. But now we're working on the dining room, and this is also a very kind of skinny room, and so I couldn't, I don't know, just putting, because it's only a single sim, like I didn't feel like she needed 8 chairs at the table, and putting 4 on the side, like the 2 front and then the 2 sides, I don't know, it looked really weird, so that's why I did it the way I did. But here we are cluttering up the kitchen a little bit. I do make sure that there's one counter that's completely empty, so your sims will still prepare food in there. I just like putting clutter and putting, you know, plants around, and you know, cluttering up a kitchen's one of my favorite things to do. And this is another one of my favorite things to do. Take this cool vase. I just love the little different swatches it has on there. But then, like using BB Move objects, putting a plant inside of it, and just making something totally unique. I just love doing that. And here we're, yeah, this red shelf, I've mentioned it in other videos recently, but it is a piece of CC that you can use just to place items more accurately and more specifically. Just gives you more options, and the link to that is down in the description if you are interested. It is not in the build, so this build does not have CC in it. I delete it before you know, finishing the build. I just use it when I'm building. So it's a really cool piece, and it's one of the only pieces of CC I will probably always have in my game, but just so you guys know, that's what that was. And so now we're just adding the finishing touches to the dining room, and then we should be moving on to the living room, I believe. And so you'll see me struggle with that TV. And honestly, I don't know why it took me so long to figure it out, because I've done it before, and I think I just thought maybe there was an easier way to do it, and then realized there wasn't. but yeah, the way I did it is just you know, placing it on the floor using the 9 key to raise it up, and then just all placing it. That's, yeah, I don't know why I was trying, but anyways, there you go. There it is. Super easy. I don't know why I was trying to use the shelf and adding the walls, and I don't know what I was doing there, but so yeah, downstairs it is very black and white color scheme. There you'll see I placed the keyboard for my sim since she's a musician. I did want to put a piano because she actually never played the keyboard in my socialism challenge. That was a let's play I did last year. She never really played the keyboard, she just played the piano, so I wanted to fit that, but it wasn't gonna fit, so we just had to do a keyboard, and I think that's okay. But and this rug, placing that is where I got the idea to add some pops of color of blue. So you'll see in other rooms there's a little bit of blue here and there, but it's mostly black and white, just because when I was researching about like Cape Cod type homes, a lot of them were saying how it was very black and white contrast, you know, and so that's kind of what I was going. So here we're working on the one and only bathroom. It is upstairs, so it's a little awkward, weird, I guess. If you have company over, you have, you know, they have to go upstairs to use the bathroom, but I don't think it's that big of a deal. But it is a laundry room also as well, so there's laundry in this house as well if you like to play with that. I remembered after finishing decorating the bedroom that I needed a laundry basket, so I think I added it like in a random place. I can't remember exactly where, but the bathroom's done. Now we're working on the bedroom. So there is a double bed, so you can have a couple living here. It does not have to be a single sim, because there's plenty of space to get to both sides of the bed, so that's not an issue. And just with these like dormer window areas, I had a really hard time trying to figure out what to put in there. In the bedroom here, the master, I decided to put a plant there. I tried to find another plant to put on the other side, and I couldn't really find one that was tall enough that didn't clip into the walls, so I ended up just leaving it, because that ends up being the dog's room anyway. They don't need a plant in there, but just a little kind of weird, I guess. I don't know. What do you guys build the dormers or download houses with dormers? Like, what do you put in there? I really don't know. In another build I did, I had dormer windows, but they weren't that like far down. Like, it's two tiles in and then one tile wide, and so it just is really skinny and weird. And on, like I said, a different house that I did, I put like dressers in there and like desks and stuff because they were 2 tiles wide, and so with this one tile I didn't know what to do with it. So I don't know, I'm interested to see what you guys think. I don't know. But so yeah, there's the blue rug, bringing in that blue color again. And then this room was just kind of random. I was just trying to find random pet things to put in there because it wasn't a bedroom, so I didn't want to place down a bed. It is kind of small, but it would probably be good for like a toddler or a child, I guess. But yeah, here we're back in the kitchen where I'm replacing the dog bowl with the trash can, and then there's the outdoor trash can in the back as well. And I think the inside of the house is pretty much done. We're just adding the last few touches, and then we're going to work on landscaping. And as always, I find cheap debug things to put around, and I did build this in Brindleton Bay, so I tried using the landscaping things that are found in the world there anyway. There might be a few base game type things, but mostly it's just, world items from Brindleton Bay. But with that, we are coming up to the end of this build. I hope you guys did enjoy it. I really liked making this house, and yeah, I hope you guys will like it too. Like I said, it is available on the gallery if you want to search the hashtag crazycordy or my username crazycordy. You can find it. Also, a direct link in the description down below if that's easier for you. And please make sure to like this video, give it a big thumbs up, and subscribe to the channel if you have not already. And I hope you guys enjoy the screenshots. I'll see you next time. Bye.